Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 338 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. So we all have things we want that sometimes don't work out, right? But why? And how do we make sure that we ultimately get the things in life that we truly want? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. All right. So, okay, I'm a big animal lover. Any kind of animal, I love them. Just know that. So when I got my first dog, his name was Alex. He was a little male Shih Tzu, and I was so happy. But I was also very young and worked a lot. And I felt so guilty every day when I left for work. So I decided, okay, Alex needs a friend to hang out with. So I go out and I get another male Shih Tzu from a different litter. Now I have Alex and I have this new puppy, Scotty. Now in my mind, I pictured them just playing and snuggling and being best friends, and all of my guilt just melting away because they were so happy together they didn't care if I left. But that is not what happened. From the moment they met to the moment my little Scotty died, they really had nothing to do with each other. No playing, no snuggling, and they were certainly not best friends. And this went on for like 15 years, seriously. But all that time, I still loved them, and I played with them individually. But I really, really, really longed to see them love each other and snuggle and play together and be happy together, which never happened. And then when Alex died, I just couldn't replace him for a while. So for like 3 years, I didn't have a dog at all. And then out of nowhere, seemingly, this picture on Facebook popped up of these two Ruby King Charles Cavalier brothers. And they were sitting closely together. They were about 5 years old, and they were needing a home. They were willing to separate them, but didn't want to if it could be helped. So I'm reading this post. I'm like, oh my goodness, they cannot separate these puppies. That would be so awful. So we're driving, and my client had posted this post. And so I called her immediately. I said, we want to see them. And she said, okay, let me call you right back. She called me back, and she said, yep, you can go see them right now. So my husband, Eric, did a U-turn on Poplar Pike. And needless to say, for the next 3 years, I had my snuggly, playful best friend brothers. Now, I knew exactly what I wanted, and I had dreamed of exactly how these two boys were. And they both loved to be on my lap. They loved each other. They had fun together. They were fine if I was gone. You see, that's the power of knowing exactly what you want. When I first started out and I got Alex, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't even know what I was doing, what it meant to have a dog. But life experience taught me, and it framed a picture of exactly what I did want. So this time around, I was certain of what I wanted. I was not putting out mixed signals. I wanted two dogs that would love each other and be happy if I was away, and that's what I got. Life experience had shown me in a very big way exactly what I wanted because I knew so well what I didn't want. But life does that, doesn't it? It happened with my husband as well. When I was married for the first time at a very young age, I didn't know what I wanted. I was 15. How could I? I mean, not 15. Sorry. I was 19. 15 would have been even worse. But I was 19, and you don't know what you want at 19. All I knew was I wanted to get out of my parents' house and to be with someone kind of cute. That's it. That's about what I wanted. Now, I managed that, but it was a mess. I stayed married to him for about 7 years. Now, he was young too. Neither one of us should have been married, especially not to each other. But through those years of being married to him, and then the years after that I spent being single, I knew in my heart, and I formulated in my heart what I really wanted. I wanted a best friend. I wanted a stable, loving, thoughtful, mature husband that felt like home, that felt secure and safe, and loved to grow and travel and have long, deep conversations over coffee. That's exactly what I found with Eric. Now, when I married for the first time, I had no idea about life. How could you at that young age? But life experience taught me so that I knew exactly what I did want. I'd even written it down, and so did my now husband, Eric. He actually showed me his list of things when we met. He carried it around with him. Life experience had taught him too. He knew exactly what he wanted as well. So my point of these stories is that When you have no idea what you want, you're just going to pick the first thing that feels good or looks good or sounds good, because why not? It's when you know exactly what you want that you're sure to find it. That's how life works. And maybe you were blessed with parents that taught you so you knew right out of the gate exactly what you wanted. Or maybe your life experience will teach you by showing you what you don't want. That's been my experience. And I wouldn't change it. You see, for me, it worked out because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. Tony Robbins says that all the time. When you don't have a clue what you want, you're sending out these mixed signals. I was thinking about it this morning. Right now I have my little girl, Yorkie, Kinsey. She came to me from my baby sister, Molly. Long story short, Molly was really too busy at the time for a dog when she got her, but she got one anyway. And so Kinsey ended up living with us. And I'm really happy she did. Now, she isn't snuggly. She loves me and I love her, but half the time she's giving me side eye. She's got this big sassy personality and a little 6-pound body. Now, when my Cavalier puppies passed away, everyone, including me, was certain I would get 2 more immediately. I mean, they're such big lovers. But it's been just Kinsey and me for the last about 5 years. And I had a thought this morning. I wondered, why haven't I gotten a new Cavalier yet? And then I realized it's because I'm sending mixed signals. I'm not 100% sure I'm ready for another one. Kinsey's older, and I worry that it would disrupt her last few years. She's almost 14. So even though I crave a snuggly pup, I'm not certain that I want one yet. I'm giving out mixed signals, so of course I'm not going to get that puppy. Maybe you're in between relationships and the last one wasn't so great. So your thoughts are uncertainty and fear. Even though you do want a relationship, you're sending out mixed signals. Or maybe you're in a relationship and your thoughts are you're not sure you want to be. You're sending mixed signals. Maybe you're wondering why you haven't gotten that promotion or that new job. But at the same time, you're worried about the amount of time away from home and you're not sure you want that. Those are mixed signals. When I had that thought this morning about, I wonder why I haven't gotten another snuggly dog, I realized it's because right now I have Kinsey, and her living her best life for her last years is more important to me right now. Those mixed signals, they kind of saved me from unnecessary stress. I decided right then and there that she's all I want right now, and I'm happy with that. Sometimes mixed signals are protecting you until you do know exactly what you want. It's okay to embrace that you want that promotion, but you're not quite ready because of the time away from home. Or it's okay to want to go back to work, but you're not quite ready because the kids are too young. You'll know when it's right because there will be no mixed signals. When I met Eric, I would have married him in a week. That's how much I knew what I wanted. Now, I do send mixed signals about my podcast a lot. I wonder why I'm not up to 10,000 listeners per episode after 3 years when I'm also not sure I want that. Until I know for certain exactly what I do want, I'm going to be sending mixed signals. And so are you. When you know exactly what you want, you don't send mixed signals. You have a target and nothing but that will do. Until that happens, though, life will give you opportunities to try new things until you do know. Like me, knowing exactly what I wanted in a husband because I had experienced so much of what I didn't want. I was able to formulate for myself exactly what I did want. Sometimes you aren't going to know what you want until you know what you don't want. And that's okay. That's part of life. Sifting and sorting through likes and dislikes. That's life experience and how fun and frustrating it can be. But it's part of what helps us get really clear on the things that we really want. So where are you sending mixed signals? The reason you ever have mixed signals is because you really aren't 100% certain of what you want. When you aren't certain what you want, you can't be 100% committed. When you aren't certain what you want, you're manifesting by default. Like me at 19, grabbing the first cute guy that got me out of the house. Or me having a Shih Tzu and then getting another male Shih Tzu from a different litter. Not a great idea. I was just allowing life to happen by default because I had no idea what I really truly wanted. When I finally got clear and focused on what I wanted, those things started to appear. The one thing I know is when it's right, you'll know it. If you're confused, if your life doesn't feel like the one you're supposed to be living, then it's because you're sending mixed signals. My challenge to you is to get clear. Get clear on who you want to be and who you want to be with, who you want to have an intimate relationship with, who you want your peers to be. Get clear on how you want your body to look and feel. What do you need to eat? How do you need to move? And how does your morning routine look to get there? Get clear on how you want your life to be. Do you have purpose? Does your job match your values? You see, when you start out on a road trip, if you have no idea where you're going, you could end up anywhere. And it could be really good or it could be really bad. You're leaving it to chance. The same thing goes for your life. Get clear and focused on where you want to be, and you'll no longer be sending mixed signals. You'll be heading right for your target. And remember, you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now because, well, that's where you are. But what you do next, it's all up to you. So let it be intentional. Share this with 3 intentional people. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.